Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to slim down and shape up. My name is Ben Greenfield, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. A study just released this month found that fitter CEOs, in this case those who run marathons, are more likely to run companies with higher firm values. The results show that marathon running CEOs run companies valued about 4 to 10% higher than those of non-running CEOs. Well, we're going to jump into why this is and how you can make your workplace healthier in today's episode. So in this CEO study that I was talking about, researchers hypothesized that CEOs who exercise are presumably healthier and less stressed than those who don't, which then leads to better corporate performance. Turns out that running in particular is a good indicator of executive fitness, as it is a primary sport for people who travel a lot, have changing schedules, a high need for flexibility, and considerable workload. Plus, running training can be done just about anywhere with minimal equipment. Well, whether you're a CEO or not, you're still going to have days at the office when you just can't go out for a run, or perhaps you can't run, or you don't like to run. Well, fortunately, there are other ways that you can make yourself healthier in the workplace, and I'm going to give you 5 quick and dirty tips to do just that. Tip number 1 is flexible workstations. And I actually like to use the word flexible workstation rather than standing workstation. See, if you simply make a switch from sitting all day to standing all day, you're still going to find yourself in one single position all day long. And this can be just as bad for your joints as having your butt planted in a chair all day long. So flexible means that you sometimes sit, you sometimes stand, you sometimes lie on the floor on your stomach, you sometimes kneel, you sometimes lunge, etc. But standing is ultimately the best position to spend most, but again, not all of the day in. When you stand, you not only upregulate your metabolic rate, you also increase the activity of fat-burning enzymes. In addition, if you're sitting continuously for 2 hours or longer at the office, research has shown that you're going to have a higher risk of chronic disease no matter how much you exercise when you leave work. Now, you just heard about the Veridesk, and there are other standing workstation models like the Rebel Desk, the Up Desk, there are treadmill desks like the Tread Desk, and a variety of other ways to stand more or find a way to be vertical at work. And even if you don't get a fancy standing workstation, the minimum you can do is just find a surface in your office, or if you work at home, in your home, like a cupboard or a cabinet that's high enough to put a laptop or a desktop on. For more tips on creating a standing workstation, check out my episode 7 Ways to Burn Calories by Standing More. Now, tip number 2 is to use apps that help you with stretch breaks. When I need to work at my desk for an extended period of time, I set a stopwatch by my keyboard. That way, I'm reminded every 25 minutes, whether I'm sitting or standing, that I need to stop for a quick break. Stop what I'm doing, I'll pace, go out in the sunshine for a few minutes, maybe do some jumping jacks or some push-ups. But if a stopwatch doesn't work for you, there are apps for your smartphone or for your computer too. Here are a few of my favorites. There's one called Eyeleo. That's Eyeleo. This take-a-break tool lets you rest your eyes and forces you to exercise or stretch by disabling your computer screen for a specific period of time. WorkRave. WorkRave is a tool that forces you to take micro breaks, long breaks, and even limit your daily computer usage while offering a selection of exercises that you can do during those breaks. Next is one called Big Stretch Reminder. And this one allows you to design breaks exactly how you want them by specifying intervals, what breaks are for, levels of intrusiveness, and more. Next is PC Work Break, which is a reminder that encourages you to take micro breaks, stretching breaks, eye exercises, and even walks. And then there's one called Evo, a web-based break software that allows you to select from 3 different ways to reduce eye strain. Now, I'll put a link to all of those in the show notes for this episode number 205 at quickanddirtytips.com. Tip number 3 is less EMF. Now, electromagnetic fields, or EMF, also known as electrical pollution, can give you brain fog, disrupt your focus, decrease productivity, and make your workplace ultimately a far less healthy place to be. From Wi-Fi routers to cell phone signals to office kitchen microwaves, these electrical fields can be found all around you. Now, in a video I have over at youtube.com/Ben Greenfield Fitness, it's called 7 Ways to Reduce Electrical Pollution in Your Office. And in that video, I introduce some simple and inexpensive ways you can block EMF or reduce EMF in your workplace, including blue light blocking glasses to reduce glare and headaches from staring at your computer screen, EMF filters that plug into your wall to block electrical pollution, negative ion generators, which plug into your wall for more healthy electrical ions that combat the ions released by computers, Wi-Fi routers, etc. A grounding cable that plugs into your laptop so you get fewer power surges when you're working on a laptop. An air tube headset to make talking on your phone healthier. There are a variety of other strategies I talk about in that video, so I'd highly recommend you visit youtube.com/BenGreenfieldFitness and just do a search there for electrical pollution. You'll easily find the video. Tip number 4 is to get a no-frills office gym. So even if your office doesn't have a big fancy gym, you can easily piece together your own small office gym, and it doesn't take much space at all. Some of the essential tools I recommend, all of which together could easily be purchased for under $300, is elastic tubing. For example, a piece of elastic tubing with handles on either side can be used for curls, overhead presses, side-to-side walks, squats, etc. Free weights. You can get a set of light dumbbells or a light barbell, and if you're more advanced, you can even use a very useful and space-saving piece of equipment, a set of adjustable dumbbells, which allows you to adjust a single dumbbell from 5 pounds up to over 50 pounds. A stability ball. That's the big ball you can use for crunches, squats, sit-ups, and even as a bouncy moving desk chair. A mat. Now, I prefer a standard yoga mat, but there are thicker options if you happen to be a princess and the pea type of person. However, having a mat around that you can spread out on the carpet or the floor might make you more likely to do those floor-based stretching exercises or take quick yoga breaks. A foam roller. Now, a foam roller can be used as a balance device, as a way to massage sore muscles, as a way to increase mobility, or even as a fulcrum for doing things like crunches or back bridges. And finally, a piece of cardio equipment. And this may be a little bit more expensive, but if you use your local classifieds listing or Craigslist, you can often find cardio equipment like recumbent bicycles, elliptic trainers, or treadmills that really cost you a fraction of what you'd find by purchasing them new. And of course, a single inexpensive weighted jump rope will also do the trick in a pinch. So that's it. Elastic tubing, a free weight, stability ball, a mat, a foam roller, and one piece of cardio equipment or a jump rope, and you've got your no-frills office gym. Tip number 5 is to grease the groove. Greasing the groove is a concept I originally discovered in a martial arts weight training book called The Naked Warrior, and I talked about it in my popular Get Fit Guy episode called 12 Unconventional Ways to Burn More Fat. The idea is basically this. Instead of doing a long workout at the gym, you simply spread your exercises throughout the day. This not only allows you to become more proficient at certain movements, but it bumps up your metabolism throughout the day. So I have a pull-up bar installed above the door of my office, and every time I walk under it, I have a rule that I have to do 5 pull-ups. Now, other examples of greasing the groove would include doing 20 bodyweight squats every time you go to the bathroom, doing 25 jumping jacks for every hour that you're sitting at your desk, or doing 10 push-ups after every phone call that you make at work. You get the idea. This concept is similar to a productivity idea called the Pomodoro technique, which stipulates that we are more productive with work cycles of, for example, 25 minutes on and 5 minutes off, or 50 minutes on and 10 minutes off. So during those off periods, simply grease the groove. So that's it. 5 quick and dirty tips to make your workplace healthier. Now, if you have questions about those tips or your own tips to hack your workplace to make it healthier, then join the conversation over at facebook.com/getfitguy. And until next time, I'm Ben Greenfield, the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Go get fit.